Hey guys, morning. We should be live. Actually, what I didn't do is I didn't check the. I'll update that in a second, and actually I'll update the YouTube. Let's just see if we got some audio. Oh, we do. So I'll just do a bit of editing while I'm here. So I hope you guys having a good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. Hope we're beaming into YouTube today, and yeah, it's Tuesday. I hope you guys having a good day, and yeah, it's another day in crypto, and yeah, just it, you know, crypto can send you a bit crazy, right? So yeah, you just have to be able to absorb the highs and lows. If you can do that, then you'll be fine in crypto. Just know that it is pretty much like a roller coaster ride, especially with meme coins as well. A lot of these meme coins just don't last. But the other things that are more legit, not more legit, but more stable. I mean, things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Solana's up a ton. So if you can't stomach the brutal roller coaster ride with meme coins, yeah, just get into something more stable. But we will talk about meme coins, and the reason why people talk about love meme coins so much is because it's the fastest way. I don't know anything faster than meme coins. This is the place to make money in crypto right now, and where it's all happening is on Solana. Okay, so yeah, it is what it is. It's highly volatile. It can go up. It can send you. I've seen people tracking so many wallets and looking at these holders and what people are making. It's crazy. Sometimes you're just in the right time, and this, either it's inside information or I don't know. But these people, sometimes they're just in the right time, or the right place at the right time, and that's just how it is. So you just have to do your best. We have to do our best to try to put ourselves in that position, and that's kind of like what we're going to talk about with kind of like my method and doing it. Okay, now I'll be fully transparent. I haven't hit it big with meme coins yet, so I'm pretty much in the trenches, just like you guys that haven't made your first 100,000 or your first million with meme coins. That's exactly where I'm at the moment, and not with meme coins. So yeah, we're pretty much in this journey together. Good news, I will say. We obviously, guys, know that we've got our token here, Buddy Token, and we're building something long term, something transparent, long term, because a lot of these coins, or 99% of them here that you see on Pump Up Fund, they just fail. All right. I've been trading a few. I've had some not really big successes, but some of them gone okay, make 10%, 20% here. A lot of them have failed. So yeah, these things just don't last. I was in a couple yesterday, and they just failed. So it is what it is. The good news with Buddy is we're up. We're up to 47% now, so we had another buyer that came in at 0.7 Sol, so that's awesome. So guys, we're slowly building. I know you guys see me every single day, and almost every day. I might have a day off here and now and again, but almost every day I'm here, and I'm promoting and I'm pushing Buddy Token, and pretty much we're doing this organically. And the reason why we're doing this organically is because excuse me, I found this JPEG here of this perfectly describes it. It's the glue, right? Jeez, I can't talk. It's the glue that holds the project together. The people get together and they hold, and this is literally, if you want to break it down to why meme coins fail, this is it. This comes down to this. Because these meme coins, they're created so fast, and anyone can create them thanks to Pump.Fun. They've made that process easy, where you don't have to know any coding. And And that can be an advantage, but that's also the Achilles heel to these meme coins, because anyone can create them now, and a lot of the scammers are just people that are just making that want to make quick buck, right? So, and even people that are creating projects that have no intention of anything long term. They just want to make their money and get out. And unfortunately, the whole meme coin space is plagued with like 99.9% of projects are like this, thanks to Pump.fun. They're making their money, that's great, but what they've created is something that is really a cancer in the meme coin community, in my opinion. All right, because a lot of the long-term legit projects, they're going to be missed, or they're going to be filtered out, or people eventually find them, but there's going to be a cloud on the meme coin space because of all the other trash that is in the meme coin space, if you know what I mean, right? So, which is a shame, but that's just how it is. So we're just going to have to sift through all the rubbish, all the garbage, all the 20,000 meme coins that are produced per day on Pump.fun just to find those golden nuggets. But the good news is you don't have, you found one right here, and with Buddy the token, and we're literally growing organically. Literally, some of these people here have held for 3 months. So that's what we're trying to do. And going back to my point before, this is really this is the when you break it down to why a meme coin succeeds and why one fails and why one doesn't. It's because of this. It's because of the community. See, when this goes to Pump.fun, when this goes to DEX, and it will eventually go to DEX, because the market cap of a token is it's so volatile in the beginning, because the market cap is so small, it can swing 10-20% within like one trade. And if the initial people that have created that floor, if they don't hold and sell because it's so early, and this happens to all Pump.fun projects, it can dump the price really, really dramatically. And then what happens is when they see the price go down, and then everyone goes, they get nervous because they see their value of their tokens go down, then they sell, and then the next one sells, and the next one sells. And I've seen projects literally go from like, $500,000 to almost $1 million in market cap, and then crash literally within an hour because of that. It just sends this death spiral kind of thing, right? We have a huge investor, he owns 1 or 2% of the bag, and then he just sells all of his, and then that's enough to cause a big enough crash because of the market cap is still small enough. It can cause a big fluctuation in the price, and then the next one dumps, and then the next one, and then people get really nervous, and then they see the price going down, and then they don't hold, and then everyone sells. Literally everyone sells. And I've seen projects literally launch, and within half an hour or even an hour, 45 minutes, they're dead. And these are projects like with TG groups, they've done all the right things, but the thing that they've failed to understand is this. I've been in hundreds of Telegram groups with VCs, and they all kind of tend to do the same thing, right? When you get into a TG group, they're all like, they're all hyped up. They get on Dex Screener, then they start buying ads, then they start buying. They start doing raids. All that stuff was great, right? Then they get things on. They pay for Finder trending, Soul trending. Then there's Moon Talk. There's heaps of them. There's meme game.com. There's so many places where you can advertise, literally throw money at stuff. But at the end of the day, those coins, they don't last. Why? Because the people that are in the project do not hold. The community was created within an hour on Pump.fun or 2 hours on Pump.fun. I didn't say anything, but I was in this VC, right? And there was a bunch of people there, and they had a team of like 3 people, and which is pretty good, because everyone's sort of doing their own tasks. We had a raider, we had a caller, and then we had the dev. Then had a couple of other people that were like in the group to help push it. So there was like a team of 3 or 5, And one of the guys came on and said, "Oh, you know, how can you tell us about a project?" You know, said, "Well, we got," and the dev said, "Oh, we got a pretty good community. We've got, you know, nearly 100 people on the call, which is true, which was amazing. And we've been growing. We've been growing our community. And we've been on Pump the Fun for 3 hours." And everyone was like, "Wow, that's pretty awesome." Right? And I held myself back. I didn't want to get on there and say 3 hours. That's nothing. We've been on Pump the Fun for 3 months. I didn't want to say anything, so I just let it go. And lo and behold, about an hour and a bit later, coins started dumping, and then about 4 or 5 hours later, I came back, and basically the dev dumped. So, and look, I kind of don't blame the dev in that respect, because, you know, he did everything that he said he was going to do. You know, he paid for we call it Dex Screener, that's 3 Sol. He paid for Moon Talk, that's like 1 Sol. He paid for Finders Trending. Then he paid for they had a volume bot. They used I think it was, I can't remember the name, but they used the volume bot, which they paid 4 Sol. So, you know, he'd already spent probably about $1,000 more, even more, just to get the project going, and it basically dumped. And then at the end, he needed to recover his money. So I get where he's coming from, and then in the end, he dumped his bags, and then there was a bunch of people in there, including myself, that was like, "Oh, you know what? Let's see where this goes." Even though the dev's dumped, the dev was still there. He sold his bags, but he was still there, you know, and he had to recoup some of his money back. I understand that, but ultimately the project failed. It's still going now, but I think it's like 10K market cap. I mean, someone could pick it up, and it's actually quite good, but someone could pick it up, but pretty much it's dead. And when I think about that whole event that happened in that project, I thought to myself, at the end of the day, it comes down to the community, but it's led by the dev, right? So the dev's got to lead it, but then the community's got to believe in what the dev's going to do, right? So the actual dev did everything right, but what the community didn't hold, because the community was only built in 1 or 2 hours. There was no conviction there. And that's the difference. You need people that love a project, that want to stay in it and understand that it's going to be long term, and are convicted, that plant their flag and say, "You know what, I'm not going to sell my bag. I'm not going to sell for cheeseburger money." And if you can find a community that can do that, it doesn't have to be that big. It actually only has to be like 100 people, not even that. And that's what we're trying to do here, buddy. So we're trying to grow. You know, you look at this and you go, we're only at 47%. You know, you've only got a bunch of investors here that are holding. Some of them hold for 3 months. Yeah, but the difference is we're growing organically, and these people, if they're going to hold for 3 months, do you think they're going to hold for the next 12 months? Like, I've already made it clear to people, and just kind of like set the bar. Like, whether people do it or not, it's totally up to them. It's a free and open market, right? But I'm just setting the bar high, and I'm just telling people, like, straight up, I'm like, this is a long-term project. If we want to get to hundreds of millions, right, you're going to have to hold your bag, and everyone's going to have to hold their bag, including me. And I even said to them, look, if you love dogs, think about your dog. Think about how loyal your dog is. You know, your dog, everyone that is a dog owner knows that you know, no matter all the shit that happens when you go to work and you come home, he's there for you. You know what I mean? He doesn't judge you or anything. He doesn't bitch or complain or anything. He's just there. He or she is just there waiting for you, waiting there, right there when you come back. And that is something that it's like, it's amazing. You know what I mean? Where you can find that? You know, so this is the thing with dogs. If you love dogs and you have a dog, or you're a dog owner, or you just love dogs, there's no other, I don't know any other mammal that will sit there, wait for you, even however long you take. Even if you ignore him or whatever, right? He's still going to be there for you. He's loyal. So this is what this whole thing with dogs is. Dogs is one of the most loyal animals, and this is what we're trying to do with Buddy Token. We want loyal holders that resonate with the project, that know it's transparent, they know that I'm the dev, they know that, in fact, you can even just go and have a look at my channel, Crypto Expat channel, you can have a look at that, and if people that know me on Facebook know who I am, I just don't make the face videos because they're just too hard to make the face videos, because then you have to add the audio and then it's just, but this is me here, okay? I've been on crypto since 2017. And let's have a look here. That's me there, okay? Like I said, it just takes a whole lot of work to do videos. I did have a channel like that, but it's still, I haven't uploaded for it ages. It was just like another personal kind of channel. But that's me, I'm the dev, alright? So, but this is my channel here, okay? Crypto Expat Live, okay? This is my second channel because my first channel, I had too much security and I got locked out and my phone died. All my data on my phone died. And you know when you have your phone and it's connected to your phone, you know when you have your phone and you connect your actual phone, not the SIM card, but the actual phone to Google. So it sends you like a prompt. And it actually prompts you on your phone and says, is this you? It tells you like a 3-number sequence. Then you have to click the number, and then you have to click the, say yes, it's me, and then verify the number. It'll tell you 3 numbers. It'll have a number on the screen, and then it'll say, press this number on your phone. So there's literally no way to fake it. You have to have the physical phone on you. Well, I had that feature tied in with mine. I also had two-factor, and I had everything was locked down, right? My phone died, and the data on the phone, the actual chip data, they couldn't recover it because it was a mechanism in the phone that when you connect it to the phone, that part, those phones, they just throw away items. They don't actually. I went to Samsung and told them about this part, and they said, we don't have the part. We just have the screen. That's it. I said, you don't have the part for this? This is connected to the chip. I said, I need the chip, the data on the chip, restored on the new phone, or you need to fix this phone. I said, we don't know how to do it. This is coming from Samsung technicians. So Google has been sending me through loops and loops and loops 1,000 times trying to get my channel back. I can't get it back. So I had to start a new one, and this is it here, Crypto Expat Live. My original channel is called Crypto Expat. You can go and have a look at it. It's got 20,000 subs. It's just unfortunate. This is the way it works. Maybe that's just how it is, you know. But the 20,000 subs, you know, imagine if I was doing that and I was promoting Buddy Token with it. We'd already be at Dex. But that's just how it is, guys. You know, that's a card that I was dealt, and the good thing about it is, you know, we build organically, all right, and we're at 47%. But all it takes is another person to come in, put in 1 soul, another person come in half a soul, another person come in 0.1 of a soul. And you can see these people, they're all buying and they're holding, right? We're going to get the DEX soon. And when we get the DEX, things are going to move a lot faster, all right? So, yeah, this is a long-term project, and, you know, if you want to, like, I still dabble with the Memecoin stuff every day. I have a look at all this stuff, right? And most of it's just trash. I was in a couple yesterday, and they just died. Let's have a look at the ones I was in yesterday. I was in this one here. This is 1.2 million. See, yeah. See, it's gone down heaps. What else? There was another one that really died really fast, but it had potential. I don't know what the hell happened. Yeah, this one. I don't know what the hell happened with this one. This one died as well. See? It's going back up now a little bit, but yeah, you can't sleep on these things. If they're a new token, that's probably my best advice. Okay, if it's a new token and it's really volatile, oh my god, it dumped to 13K market cap. This was nearly $1 million when I got into it. Maybe not $1 million, maybe like 700, 800. It was pretty high. But now it's just dumped to 13K. Oh man, that's terrible. So you can't sleep on these things, okay? So don't ever sleep. Excuse me. Don't ever sleep on new meme coins. Literally, it has to be like 100 million or like 60 or 70 million to sleep on. But even then, you got to be careful because you guys remember this one here, this church one. Remember this church one? It was done by this guy that has his church. It got to 80 million market cap. What's it now? Oh, it's gone back up, 92 million. Wow, there you go. But see this dip? It's come back. That's good news. See this dip here? This was brutal. This dip, let's go to market cap here. Okay, so this one pumped like crazy. 15-minute market cap. Yeah. See, this dip was brutal. See, right? So it pumped up to 92, and then it dumped, literally dumped like overnight. This went down to 32, and then boom, went up, went down, now it's back up to 92. So this is brutal. This is one of those ones where you could, if you slept on it, you know, your bags are down, but if you held, well, good on you. Now it's like hitting an all-time high now. Just as we speak, it's hitting an all-time high. Yeah, there you go. There's people that are in this. This thing is pretty staunch. This is like, okay, so this is like a Bible thing. It's like a church in the US. There you go, Church of. This is actually a real church. Okay, and they do like this is like a religious thing. I know it sounds stupid, like it's a fish with a chicken head, but you know, this is memes, man. The stupid shit like this works. No, it's not going to work anywhere else. It's going to work with the Memecoin space, you know. But apparently, yeah, see this church thing? Guinness Records longest sermon. So he does these church Bible things. That's why people. So remember I was talking about Retardo, how they have a cult. It's like a cult. And I said, like 2 or 3 live streams ago. No, actually probably last week. I said Retardo's got the right thing, but don't buy Retardo. All right, just go pull up the bubble maps from Retardo. But I was saying before, Retardo, they've got these people that are in Retardo. They've nailed like the formula for Memecoins. They've nailed it, right? It's all about community, and they're building a cult, but they're doing it for their own benefit. These guys here are just they're shit stains, okay? These people are shit stains. They're just doing it for themselves, but they have the formula. They have, and they, the whole thing is to get people to buy in, to be staunch about the project, and they're absolutely right, you know. But these guys are shit stains. Why? Because they're doing it for themselves. So look at this. Look at this one wallet. Okay, so whoever it is coming in with just one wallet here and owns 15% of the supply. And then instead of being transparent and saying, oh, you know what, guys, I have 15% of the supply, I'm fully transparent, I'll even put this in a multi-sig or whatever, you know, no, they've tried to distribute it and hide it into these multiple other wallets, yeah. Look, boom, boom, boom. Look, Bubble Maps tracks all this stuff. You muppet. See, so that's why I would never buy into this. 15%, they can crash the supply, and you know they can bury you overnight. So if you're invested in this stuff, keep on listening to the bullshit rhetorics that they'll tell you. Don't believe them. Don't believe them, because one person can then literally wipe you out with one click. And if you're willing to put in, 5, 10, 20 grand because you believe in this crap, and one person has control over you, they can literally press a button and wipe out everything. Good for you, go for it. Hope you lose your money. But they have nailed the whole meme coin thing in terms of meme coins, as in they're building like this cult kind of thing. They're retardos and blah, 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 whatever, right? Whatever the message is. Don't worry about the message. Don't worry about who these people are. Just study what they do, okay? And they're doing it right in the sense that, but they're doing it for the wrong reasons. They're doing it for their selfish reasons, right? But what they're doing is they're building a group of people that believe in whatever they're pitching, right? Just like any other cult, right? But their narrative is they're degens, okay? They're just degens, right? But the way they're doing it is right. They're very hyper on Twitter, and they're building a strong community of 8,000 people. That's pretty good. So, yeah, what they're doing, study what they're doing. Don't buy into what they're selling you. Okay, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. But I would say that this church, look at it, holy shit, it's mooning. This church thing, I wouldn't buy it until now, and I'll wait for the pullback. This whole church thing is, they basically have the same kind of thing going, right? It's like a cult thing, right? Like, I haven't listened to any of the sermons yet, but from what I've heard is these people, like, they get in there and they start preaching and stuff. So a church is just like a cult, right? It's just a bunch of people that believe in a cause. Whether it's right or whether it's wrong, to them it's right. To everyone else, it's to the outsiders. This is the terminology they use. But whatever they're doing is working. Okay, they're building. Like, look at their followers. It's 11,000. They've only got 11,000 themselves. They're already at 100K. Look at it. It's going ballistic. Look at the transactions. The volume's pretty mad. Holy shit, look at the volume. It's nearly 1 million. It's 700K every 5 minutes. Now, once this gets to this point, it's just like, they're just massive whales. Have a look at the buys. See, look at this. Look at the buys. 13K. Sells. So there's probably just maybe 1 or 2 people doing this. Let's look at the market maker. 239 market makers. But see, all the whales are at this now. See, 36K buy. See the volume bot. That's a 36K buy and sell within the same block. That means there's a volume bot going. And there's another one, 11K. There's another volume bot. There's a 19K sell, which done nothing. Literally just would have been. See, look, everyone's just eating this up. See, so yeah, they're really moving fast. I didn't think it'd come back, but it has. I didn't really get into the dynamics of the project, to be honest. I just saw it moon one day, saw it dump another, and I'm like, okay. But I mean, if you look at the buys, yeah, see, look at these massive buys that are coming in. But then if you have a look at GMGN gives you all this data, right? If you have a look at the wallets, have a look at the investors' wallets. Let's see if there's some money in here. So this is what GMGN gives you. All the links will be below if you're interested in this one. But GMGN gives you all this data, right? It's way, way better than Dex Screener. And I've already done a test on this. There's a 4 to 10 second lag on Dex Screener. In other words, you'll see the trades here faster on GMGN by about 4 to 10 seconds than you will on Dex Screener. So that gives you an advantage. But if you go to the holders and then you go at you can see their balance. See, so this one here has 179 sol. This one here has 564 sol. This one has 1800 sol. 28 sol, 17 sol, 137 sol, 400 sol, 600 sol, 2,700 sol. So the people holding this have big money. Look, 1700 sold, 250 sold. Look at this one, 3,000 sold, nearly 2.8 million. See, so can you see, like, there's big money in this, and the people holding this have big money. Just pull them back now, so it's probably a good time to get in. There you go, there you go, there you go. Now it's pulling back. See, now it'd be a good time to get in. But I would wait probably till this drops back down. The only thing I don't like about this is the interface is not as, it's like here with this, it's just so big and clear. You can see the liquidity, you can see the market cap, see it's dropped back down under 100. But with this, it's just got more features. I think they need to clear this up a bit. Maybe I'm in the wrong mode. I need to change it to the dark mode or something. Change my, I don't know. I gotta play around with it. You can see there I've taken some losses on some coins. Let's see the 5-minute volume. Oh. Oh. The 5-minute volume is 1 minute volume is 100 grand. 100 grand for volumes. Now it's pulling back now. So this might be an opportunity for you guys if you're interested in doing a bit of trading. That to trade something like this, simply because it's so massive, it's going to fluctuate like big time, obviously. But you might be able to get some profits out of it. I don't know if you're into it, but it's pretty volatile, guys. You can see like it went from like something massive to it's moving really fast, crazy fast. Yeah, so I like to study these things and try to figure out, or like reverse engineer what the hell these guys are doing, because whatever they're doing is working. Period. So I think it's the sermons. I think it's the live things that they get on there and they start preaching. People buy into that shit, man. There's a lot of people in the US that are like Bible bashers. I wouldn't say Bible bashers, but they just a big part of their life is like dominated with religion. Like a lot of Christians and stuff. And I'm not bagging those people. Like I'm a Christian myself. I'm actually Catholic, but I don't get into it. Okay, I'm not into churching. I'm not in the church. But if you are, and God is part of your life, good for you, man. Good for you. Yeah, so, whatever these guys are doing, it's working. Like, it's taking a bit of a dip now, but whatever they're doing, it's working. So, yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe you want to trade this. Let's have a look at it. Let's go to the 1 minute. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into this. No, actually just like study kind of like what they're doing more, because, when you have an audience that believes in something really strong, it resonates with people. People want transparency in this space, and they believe in something strongly. They will park their bags and plant their flag, and that's exactly what we're doing here with Buddy Token. We want to park our bags, plant our flag. Park our bags, is that even a term? We're going to plant our flag, see? So, shout out to everyone's holding. When we get the DEX and we hold, guys, there's this, we can accelerate this process, and it can go to millions. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, but it's all part of the whole thing where we hold. That's the key to it. If we hold it, because we're going to create a floor. But literally, this is the secret formula to Memecoins. It's holding. It's building community and holding. Just like Retardo is building community, they held. These guys here, they do these church sermons. They're building a kind of like a really sort of I'll have to listen to the things, but it's not like a culture's following, in a sense, I guess. Because, man, this is... Yeah, I honestly thought that this wouldn't come back, but it has. Strong, big time. I mean, it's done a 303x since it dumped at 32k, 32 million. So this hit 100 million already. 100 million. And this is only like a couple of days old. So that just goes to show you, it's possible. But I mean, I put a spreadsheet together for you guys, putting together one sol, and one sol with 100 million is basically here. One sol into 100 million, you would have turned it into 10,255x or 168k. So if you bought this in the beginning, I don't even know if it's a pumped up fund one. Maybe it is. Yeah. Oh my God, look at it. See that? See the end of it? It says pump. That means it's a pumped up fund project. And it launched initially on pumped up fund. That means if you would have held your bag since pumped up fund, man, this is crazy. Absolute. Look at that. They're bonkers. Oh my God, there's still people holding. Look. 2.27%. Oh my God. I'll tell you how much that's worth right now. 2.7%. Well, there's 1 billion tokens. Right? Because pumped up fund does 1 billion. They only do 1 billion market cap. There's 1 billion tokens. Then we divide that by 100. That gives you 1%, and then you multiply that by 2.27. That's what this person has. 2.27. That's 22 million tokens. Is that right? Yeah. That's 22,700,000 tokens. Let's look at the price of what it's currently. It's currently 9. Oh my God. It's currently 9 cents. Obviously, they can't cash this out because the liquidity is still low. But what is it? 9.55 cents times 0.0955. Their bag's worth 2.1 million. What the hell? That's what this guy bought this. This person bought this on pumped up fund. Held. They're still holding. Look, you can tell. See, pumped up fund. They look at the data and they still track all this stuff. So, looks like if you buy it on pumped up fund, and no matter when you sell it, it'll still track it after it goes. Like, people don't come back to the listing because it's already on DEX. There's no reason to come back on the listing. But if you come back on the original listing on pumped up fund, you can see the original wallets. It's still tracking it. Holy crap! Look at this guy. These guys have been millionaires. 1%. These guys holding 1%. They're all millionaires. All of them. That's crazy. See, so this is what I'm talking about with pump. It's crazy the shit that's going down in pump. But if you can get the right project, you can snag it. You can get it. But the good thing is, like going back to what I said. Okay, this is not gonna be a one thing where it's gonna be like. It's not gonna be like this, It's just not like. I mean, this is just massive growth. Apparently, the guy that did this already had, he's already got a church. He's already got like a massive following. Like, he's got 6,000 followers, but he's got like offline. But still, 6,000 followers on Twitter. That's still pretty damn good. That's going to buy you a lot of investors. That's going to get a lot of investors in coming into the coin. So yeah, pretty degen kind of like the thing, but apparently it's a church. So, we're not going that. We're not definitely not going that route because we're still growing organically here. We don't have the big following in the church already, right? So that's just how that eventuated. So we can't compare them. we can't compare ourselves to this. We can't, not right now, because it was a different road. They took a different road. They already had people invested. They already had people in the church. So, and you know what people in the church are like. They want to make money, right? If you're in the church, I bet you someone's pitched you something. Like, you're going to Sunday church and you're like, oh, your friend's there, and it's like, oh man, I got this new vitamin, this new product, man. It's gonna take your arthritis out, man. You just gotta sign up for like, 199 auto ship, man. Like, trust me, man. This is where all this shit goes down. Goes down at the church. I used to be part of that sort of stuff, and connected to those peeps. You see them every Sunday. Hey Ronnie, how you doing? Oh man, look, I got this new pill, man. It's gonna help your legs. It's gonna help your knees. Just $199 a month. Sign up here. So, yeah, it's pretty funny. But going back to what I said, getting a bit sidetracked. Yeah, this is long term. I'm no way I'm going to give up on this. This is a long term project for me, and I'm going to push it as hard as I can. Obviously, it's just me. And I know I sound like a broken record, but I need to tell you, new people that are watching, as well as people that are already existing watching, that Buddy Token is about my dog. This is Buddy Token is about a dog, and we picked him up from the temple. A lot of dogs go to the temples for refuge, and the monks feed them, and some of them stay on, some of them just move on. But they have these temple dogs. I call them temple dogs. And they kind of like hang out at the temple, and they kind of like keep all the riffraff out, and they just hang out, and then they sort of guard the temple because they're very territorial. Dogs are, and they get fed. The monks feed them. So there's a lot of temple dogs. We found Buddy at a temple, and the mum just had a litter of 7 brothers and sisters. So there were 7 of them and the mum. So we got the word that there was dogs there, and me and the missus went up there and had a look because we were looking for a dog. And they said they were giving them away. They just wanted homes for them. And then Buddy was one that picked. I actually didn't pick Buddy. I went to another dog first, and I called, which was Buddy's brother or sister, and I called him over, or her over. I can't remember if it was a girl or a boy, and he or she, they didn't come over to me. So I said, okay. So then, and then I looked at Buddy, and I called him over, and he looked at me, and he came over to me, and that's it. So we took him. When we took him in the car, he's like, you should have seen him. He was so sad to leave his mum, And I can understand, like we're bringing him to a better place and give him a better home, but he was pretty sad because he knew that he wasn't going to see his brothers and sisters again. But when we took him home, he was really, really quiet in the car. He was only little. I can't remember how old he was. I think he was like 3 months or something. He was really, really sad and just kind of like just curled up in the bottom of the car, in the front of the car. And he was still tiny. He was still pretty. He wasn't a big dog. Even now, he's not a big dog. He's like a medium-sized dog. We took him home, brought him home, and then he started to kind of relax a bit, sniff out the place, because we got a decent yard here. Not a massive yard, but he can run around. And then he started to find his way and kind of like where he likes to sit. And then, we're feeding him every day. So he's like, oh, okay, so it's not too bad here after all. And then, they get territorial. He gets a bit older, gets a bit bigger, starts running around, playing around with the other dogs. And then now he loves it. Absolutely loves it, right? We wouldn't go back to the temple. But there's a lot of dogs out there that don't have that. They don't have a home. Especially in Thailand, there's a little what they call soy dogs. They just roam together. And they all hang out at 7-Eleven. Would you believe it or not? If you ever go to a 7-Eleven in Thailand, they all stay out the front of 7-Eleven. The reason why they do that is because when the door opens, like 7-Eleven obviously got like automated doors, the air condition comes out, and because Thailand's so hot, they get a rush every time someone goes in and out. They get a rush of this air condition, so that's why they always sit at the front right in front of the door. Yeah, it's pretty common. So yeah, that's what we're trying to do here. We want to help these dogs. There's a couple of foundations here already in Thailand that help these soy dogs. They call them soy dogs. So once we build a project, I can put some of this money, of my own money, or whatever, to help these dogs and give them some care, because not every dog has a loving owner, and a loving place, home they can live at. There's a lot of dogs out there that live on the street. They don't have owners. No one cares about them. So we can do that. We can help these dogs, because at the end of the day, when you have a dog, your dog will stay loyal to you, and it'll always be there when you come home from work. And that's kind of like what we're trying to do here. If this resonates with anyone that has a dog or loves a dog, it's the only animal that's just gonna be there when you come home, right? No questions asked. That's just that's the message we want to put across. Now, this message is exactly the same message that what we need to do in this project. At the end of the day, it's the loyalty to our holders. It's going to get us to millions. It's going to make your bag so fat that you're going to go, yeah, well, the rest of them are gone, we're still here, and your bag will grow over time. So if you take a long-term approach with this, you can see here, I'm never selling my bag. I'll probably sell maybe a little bit for a cheeseburger at 100 million, and I'll be transparent, 3% of the supply. At 100 million, probably my bag be worth about 1.68 million, give or take, maybe more, 2 million, but I mean, it's not about that. I'm here for the long term. I want to grow this to 1 billion. Think about that. Well, if you're going to get to 1 million, right, from what I've seen, you got some momentum. Like, it's not easy to get to 5, and it's not easy to get to 10. But if you get to 5, you can get to 10. If you can get to 10, you can get to 20. Once you get to 20 million and people hold, you can get to 50, and then you can get to 100. And if you get to 100, you can get to 1 billion, right? It just takes some time. It'll take some time, but what I found was every project that gets to 1 billion, they usually get to about 2 or 3 billion. Like, once you get to that point, you have so much momentum, you have so many holders. You can get to, generally speaking, if you can get to 1 billion, you can get to 2 billion, with minimal effort, because you've already got the momentum, you've already got the holders, you've already got the massive market cap, you've already got things that are already built. We don't have a lot built right now. That's the problem, and every project suffers is the same. Like this project here, Brett. I'm not into Brett, but Brett, if you look at markup and the Brett, right? They got to, before they weren't at 1 billion, but then they got to 1 billion. Right now they're 1.3 billion. So once you get to 1 billion, generally speaking, if you have a really good community, you get to 2, you get to 3, you get to 4. And look at WIF. Like, WIF was one that but you have to have like a really good community, people that vibe in the community, that really believe in the project. I'm not part of the WIF community, but WIF went to 4 billion. What's it now? So we're talking obscene amount of market cap here. See, it nearly got to 5 billion. Now it's down to 2 billion. But look at the meteoric rise. It went to 300 million market cap to 2 billion to 5 billion. That's crazy. Look at the even just 1 million, your bag would be worth 1.68 million. At 5 billion, multiply that by 5. That's nearly 10 billion. 10 million, sorry. That's crazy. People did that with WIF. there would have been people that turned one soul into 1 million or 2 million or 3 million. One soul. That's crazy. I don't know how many holders with WIF, but I mean, that's a shitload. I mean, we can have a look if you want. But this is what I'm saying. It's possible, okay, guys? If one coin has done it, then you can do it too. It's just a matter of just rallying together. It's just a matter of getting people to actually believe in that. It's hard to actually think that it's possible because, you know, people don't think that big. All right. Well, this is Doug with that here. Hang on. Holy shit! Look at it. 170,000 holders. See, this is what brings in massive. That's what gives you a 2.33 billion market cap. 170,000 people holding. That's more than a stadium. That's crazy, guys. 170,000 holders. I mean, you can go through the numbers and just keep on looking at all the different stuff and the stats on the stuff, but, you know, we're starting off, but this is where you make your money, right? You make your money right in the beginning when no one's there, you know? Like here, you're probably going to make a 2x if you're lucky. But, I mean, this could go on to 10 billion, you know? It just depends on the market. So we are growing organically, as you can see here. But this is kind of like what we're talking about, right? Now it's not as many people, but now later, it'll be a lot of people. But later, it'll also mean that, you know, your bags will be worth less because the longer you take to buy into this, you're going to get less. So because of the bonding curve on pump.fun, right? Now I can't guarantee any of this stuff, right? Because I can't see the future. But what I can guarantee is that I'm going to push this as hard as I can for as long as I can. As long as I'm breathing, I'll be pushing this. So that's what we're trying to do here with Buddy Token. Yeah, I know, we're only small now. We're not even at DEX. But 3-6 months, a year down the track, come back. You'll see where we are. All right? Because there's one thing that I know, and that's consistency. Consistency is what allows you to create massive results. But everyone just sees the massive results like this, and they go, wow, look at this. People made a lot of money, or it created millionaires. But they don't look at the grind. They don't look at the struggle. What created this? What was the goal? Took the first person to buy it and believe in it. And then the next person. This all started with just one person, 2 people, 3 people, 5 holders, 10 holders, 20 holders, 100. Everything starts at 0. Nothing just creates this like overnight. And then 170,000 people are now holding in this. It didn't start from nowhere. It started from someone having to buy this and believe in the coin. That's where we're at now. In the beginning. Right in the beginning. So can I guarantee that we're going to ever get to WIF height? I can't guarantee it. Cause no one can guarantee anything. Anyone that guarantees you stuff, start running away from. All we can guarantee is our actions. That's all we can guarantee, which produces results. You know? So right now we're grinding. We're grinding hard. We've got about nearly 100 people in the Telegram, so we're grinding hard. But it's the consistent action which will produce results over time. I mean, LeBron James, he's 39 years old, and he's still one of the most dominant players, if not the most dominant player in the NBA. And even when they played Serbia, his game in Serbia, he just lifted that whole team. Then Durant just came in and just started draining threes. I mean, Durant just didn't miss. I think he missed like 2 shots, that's it. But he was just automatic clutch. 3 points, boom, boom, boom. Thanks for coming. You know what I mean? So they just got so much firepower on their team. Curry just started. Curry's last shot, 20 seconds into the ending the game, he looked away and started running back, and it just went boosh, swish. It's crazy. But going back to what I said about LeBron, he didn't get to that point overnight. No, it took him years and years of playing basketball to get to that point. And he's still really good at 39 years old. It's crazy how well he takes care of his body. But that's the thing. It's not an overnight success, guys. Okay, it takes time. It takes consistent action and work. And I'm not afraid of work. All right, so I can't do it alone, but I can do it. But it's just going to take a hell of a long time if I try to do this alone. I need people to believe in this coin as well. That think of it long term. If you think long term, you hold your bags. These are the results that we can produce. I'm not talking chump change here. I'm talking life-changing money. Millions, hundreds of millions of dollars can pour into this, which will change your life, which will send this and give you a 7-figure bag, right? This is what we're talking about here. We're not doing this for cheeseburger money, okay? Do this one time. That's it. That's all it takes. Why do this 50 million times and launch 50 million rug pulls like these clowns that do this on a regular basis on Pumped or Fun? No. Let's just do this one time. Let's just do this one time. Do it right. So this is what we're trying to do here. And but I can't, like I said, I can't do this alone. I need people to come in the Telegram and join the Telegram and join the Twitter. And we do Twitter raids as well. We can start off with that. Most of the stuff we do is organically, okay? We're just doing this organically at the moment to get this to DEX. And then once we get the DEX, I've got a marketing wallet as well. And then we can spend some money and then start getting some other faster ways to attract people. But we have to attract the right people, okay? It can't be cheats. So the marketing wallet will help as well. You know, there's 0.7 Sol in there. So that's going to help. You know, you can see then the numbers there. It'd be worth probably about 10K, 12K. Once we get to million market cap, a 10 million market cap, be worth 100K. You know what I mean? So that marketing wallet will help us. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money you throw at it. If people don't hold, it's not going to matter, right? It's not going to matter. We have to build the community and focus on actually getting people to resonate with this project and to buy in on it and to hold. Because if you're sick and tired of getting rugged and sick and tired of these projects that fade, then this project is for you, because we ain't fading, right? I'll still be pushing this a year, 2 years from now. I don't care how long this takes. I don't care. I'll continue to push it because it's your dog. Like, that's like saying giving up on your dog. Like, who does that? What sort of person says, I'm going to give up my dog? Like that. To me, it's just someone that is heartless. So, you know, in fact, some of the money that I make on this, I'm going to, you know, give him, just spoil him. I mean, he gets spoiled now. He gets spoiled right now. So, you know, he's my dog. But you probably got your own dog, you know. So this is what we're trying to do here, long term. Okay, long term stuff. But yeah, guys. Shout out to you guys. We're building slowly. It's all good. It's all good. We're building slowly. We're finding the right people, and we'll eventually get the DEX. Okay, period. So excited, and we'll keep pushing. All right. So join the Telegram and join the Twitter Telegram. We're doing raids as well. Come in the Telegram and share this and like or retweet. That's going to help us as well. On Telegram as well. Okay. So once it gets the DEX, like I said, we'll have some more money to throw around and get these things moving. But we've got to get the DEX first. But building the base is the right way now, because if we do get a no-G community now, these people will hold once we get the DEX, and this is what will send this. Alright guys, thanks for watching, really appreciate it. If you're not interested in this project, that's fine. You know, maybe you might come back and revisit it later. You know, we're always here, we'll always be here. And but if you could like and leave a comment or just share, just leave a comment or just liking would push this video out to get more people to view this video, and then that will also get more people to get interested in Buddy Token, and we'll get more people buying into it, and this is what we'll send it. Literally one investor at a time. That's all it takes. Like this other person came in today and bought 0.7 Sol. Okay, and that's all it takes. Another person to come in and put 0.1 sol or 0.5 sol, and the next person comes in and put another 0.5, and then it's just constant action, and then more people coming in. Then before we know it, we're going to be at DEX, right? And then it's just building on that. So it takes time. It takes time. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Thanks for sticking with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.